Geeks all over the globe. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another brand spanking new episode of Cuz We're Geeks here on the Glow Sun Geeks YouTube channel, guys. Listen, we got some more news and rumors to bring to you guys that we want to discuss with you. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Of course, it is your boy, Real.
It's your boy, Will.
Yes, sir. And we are back, like I said. Check it out, guys. Today, we got three news-worthy conversations we want to talk to you about. First, you guys already heard the fact that Harrison Ford is confirmed. It has been confirmed. We kind of talked about it before in a previous video, but it's confirmed that he will be our new Thunderbolt Ross going forward. We're going to talk about what that means for the MCU going forward. We're also talking about the fact that there's some rumors that the new Antman and Wasp Quantumania trailer will be in front of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And also, there might be some developing news for the long-awaited Spawn project that Todd McFarlane and them guys are trying to develop. So we're going to get into that too. All right, kid, cuz let's get into it, man. Listen, like I said, we figured that, the news that we heard maybe about 2 weeks ago now at D23 about Harrison Ford might be true. Some reliable sources were coming out with that. It wasn't like one of the big news or sources like a Deadline, anybody like that was kind of saying that Harrison Ford was supposed to be rumored to be the replacement for the late William Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross. What's your opinion on that whole thing, man? We kind of went over it before when we thought when it was actually a rumor, but now that it's confirmed, what's your thoughts on it, man?
It makes me happy. Like I said, I need somebody that has a great on-screen presence, and we all know Harrison Ford has that. Being able to step into that role, I feel like it's a really important role, especially being able to cover all of the MCU for because now that it's not just him being in different areas of or being in like just Hulk situations or going into like special events situations that occur. Now he's gonna have his basically like his own movie, when it comes to the Thunderbolts and things like that. So for them to be able to find someone to replace him and come up with Harrison Ford to do that is really huge. So I like the move. I love the move. Looking forward to seeing what Harrison Ford brings to the screen with it. What you think?
Man, you know what? There was this rumor that was going around. You know who people wanted to play Thunderbolt Ross, and now that I think about it, he probably would have been. Not saying that Harrison Ford isn't a good actor. It's just that Harrison Ford seems like he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
Don't know how long he would last in as far as being a pivotal character for the MCU. But Scott Lang, aka Slang, from Avatar and Don't Breathe 1 and 2. Like I feel like he would have been a perfect. Like he has the mustache. He kind of was that general in the first Avatar. He's gonna be in the second one too. But I think he would have been perfect, man, to take the spot of William Hurt as General Thunderbolt Ross. But no, I mean Harrison Ford, I can see it. I think too, if they're trying to recast him, chances are, I'm telling you, they're gonna probably end up bringing in the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
I think the Red Hulk is gonna come in. Now the thing is, as old as Harrison Ford is, and they do the Red Hulk, I don't even know how they're gonna do the whole because I know they do motion capture now with the characters like the Hulk, the Green Hulk is motion captured by Mark Ruffalo. So I'm just trying to figure out how they would do if they do decide to do the Red Hulk. Like, how would they do that with him? Or they do like a body double for somebody who can like do the motion for him, and he just kind of do like the voiceover or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be kind of interesting, man. I just it's funny too. You see how quick they casted Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You already know I'm about to go with this. Why can't we get T'Challa? You know what I'm saying? And so and T'Challa had, he was a main character in a movie he
Yeah.
had one movie, but Thunderbolt Ross been in what, like three of them, four of them, or whatever.
Uh,
So
but yeah, about 3 or 4.
yeah, you know what I mean. So and they recast him just like that as soon as he passed. You don't see people saying like, "Oh, that's disrespecting the character if you recast him." Like, nah, they just like, look,
Yeah.
no disrespect. When you heard we do miss you, wish you was still here to play that character because I love him as
Yeah.
that character. He was perfect.
Yeah.
But we have to keep it going. We got a story to tell. We need to keep that thing going. So that's
Yeah.
kind of what I hope they do with Black Panther. But we're
Yeah.
gonna find out here in about a month.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, man, you want to add to that, bro?
No, just having Lang, I think that would have been very
Yeah, I think that would
interesting.
have been yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have been against that either. Between the two, but yeah, having Harrison Ford is really exciting. For me, I've been able to see him in the MCU, so I'm looking forward to it.
So my wife thinks that Harrison Ford is too big of an actor to play that role. She said that she feels like all you're gonna see is Harrison Ford, and
I mean, I can see that. I
I
can
can
see
I can
that.
see where she's going with that, but then it's like,
I think like everybody that will be on the screen with him will be are well known for the MCU at that point. It, yeah, it might be some new people, but I still think that the main thing that you wanted for Thunderbolt Ross was someone that can command the screen now. Someone that has that presence. So I wouldn't. I think that's like why you want the Harrison Ford type is like his presence is so big.
yeah,
Uh,
I think they, there had to be a reason why they went after him. There has to be a reason.
yeah,
They got something in mind. Also,
yeah,
I've got to mention this too to y'all. So there's a rumor too that he's supposed to be. Of course, I guess this makes sense. He's supposed to be in Thunderbolts, of course.
yeah,
Thunderbolt Ross.
yeah,
That's his
yeah.
group. And then supposedly too, there's a strong rumor that he's supposed to be in Captain America: New World Order. Yeah. So
Yeah, they would have had to get him up in there pretty quickly.
yeah, I guess when you put it like that, that does make sense. That does make
Yeah,
sense. Yeah, like I said, it's interesting. Happy for Harrison Ford. I'm glad to see, they filled that role pretty quickly.
yeah,
Um, I think Scott Lang would have been an interesting one though. I think he would have
yeah.
fit perfect. But yeah, of course, more news. Speaking of Marvel, there is a rumor, like we said before in the intro, there is a rumor that the Antman and the Wasp Quantum Mania trailer is going to drop in front of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Um, we're about 4 months away now, give or take, right? So it's supposed to be November, so November, December, January, yeah, a little over 4 months away. Usually, you try to hit that marketing window in about 6 months. So
Yeah,
I think it's about time. It's about due for one. We talked
yeah,
about it in the last video, I believe,
yeah,
when we talked about the fact that it was like four movies kind of like close to getting here,
yeah,
like from
yeah,
May of 2023 on down. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
what I'm
It's
saying,
coming
February, you
quickly.
got some Mays, you got some, Aprils or whatever, and it's like, so December's all that type of stuff. So you got some movies coming up. It's like, yo, we got to
Yeah,
start seeing some trailers. And so
yeah,
when we talked about Ant-Man, I kind of told you. It's funny. I said this in the video. I said because
yeah,
I think that they're gonna drop that trailer in November. And
yeah.
when does Black Panther come out?
In
In
November.
November. So it's the rumors are
Yeah.
right now that it's going to be in front of Black Panther, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. What's your takes on that, man?
Yeah, that means you will be correct. Think it makes sense. Being able to drop it like that because I feel like they've done it before. I can't remember the movies, but I feel like they've done that before as far as dropping trailers in the theater before giving them a TV spot.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah. Now,
I'm looking
normally
forward
though,
to it.
because like what they do is before the TV spot, of course, but
Mhm.
somehow it'll make it to YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but I love it that it's going to be on the big screen. Like for me, I arrive early to these big movies. And actually most movies. I arrive early just to be able to see the trailers. I love the trailers. Being able to see what's coming down the pike. Being able to see them on the big screen, so you can get a feel for what they'll end up bringing. Instead of just watching it on TV, it's experience is different. So for them to drop it before Black Panther, interesting, interesting. So yeah, if they do, congrats on getting that right. I was thinking like the release of it was going to be, it was going to have to be something football,
Yeah,
like a Monday Night Football or college football. It's a major event, but I mean, you really can't get much bigger than Black Panther 2 in November for when it comes to the screens. So yeah, I think if they do that, that's a good move.
it's funny you said that. I think we live in an age now where you're gonna see the trailer, like I said, hit YouTube online or whatever before it hits
Yeah,
the movie theater. So back then, we used to like you said, we would get there early to just to watch the
yeah,
trailer. Like we love watching the trailers. And
yeah,
now it's like every trailer that you saw, we went to go see Halloween ends today,
yeah,
and just in there, every trailer that was on there, I've seen already. You know what I'm saying? Not because I've been to the movie, but because you can just turn on YouTube, type whatever that
right,
movie is, and it's on YouTube.
yeah,
When they used to drop these trailers in front of movies, that also was a time where it wasn't online yet.
yeah,
That you putting that trailer in front of that movie was to entice the people to come see that movie. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I can't remember what movie it dropped in front of. I remember this though. I remember when the Star Wars Phantom Menace dropped. I cannot remember what movie it dropped in front of. That enticed the people to go see that movie because
yeah,
Star Wars hadn't been around for like 30 years or whatever, 20 years or whatever it was. And so
yeah,
for them to have some new Star Wars content, people were rushing to the theaters just to watch that trailer. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And so like I said, I can't remember what movie it was in front of, um, but yeah. So I think people are going to go see Black Panther anyway. It's not like you're
Yeah.
dropping this in front of Black Panther. And it's like I'm going to go see Black Panther now because they're dropping Antman and the Wasp trailer.
Yeah.
Like people going to see it anyway.
Nah, you're already going.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
already going.
Now
So
they might actually go early now.
yeah, 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 exactly. There you go. You're getting there early or whatever. So if I can see it happening. Like I said, I've said November because it makes sense. It's 4 months
Yeah.
away. So
Yeah.
you gotta get some type of marketing going now. Um, and I think too, like you said, I think we're starting to see this more and more. Well, we're starting to see this more and more as far as like you don't necessarily like remember back in the day, like folks that had their trailers like a year or like a year and a half away. Now it's to the point
Yeah.
like it's like
It's right
6
upon.
months in now. Like remember
Yeah.
when Spider Man came out was like 3 months before the movie
Yeah.
came out. They showed their first trailer, and really the only reason
Yeah.
why they showed their first trailer because remember it got leaked.
Yeah.
So Sony was like, man, forget it. Let's just go ahead and put it out there for everybody to see or whatever. But
Yeah.
uh, like I said, when we broke down the delays, I was looking and I was like, hold on, man. Like I looked at that date. I'm like, hold on, man. Like Ant-Man and Wasp about to come out here in like 2.5 seconds. Like what a trailer at?
Yeah.
And then you start counting on your fingers, like, yo, it's like 4 months away. Like, what are we doing? Like, where's the trailer at?
Yeah.
Cause we've
Yeah.
been hearing about Ant-Man. Well, I think we saw like some like set photo leaking and all that stuff.
Hmm.
So it's about
Yeah.
that time, bro, for it to kind of drop or whatever. But do you think that it's gonna still drop online before it drops? Before you got to see it in the movie theater?
I think if it goes online, it's a week. I think it won't be
So you
before the
think that'll
release.
actually be the first time it's gonna be up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. For them to, I think this is them trying to entice people back for uh, the Phase 4. They've had some slippage as for
The last
shows.
movie.
Yeah, and I mean they haven't really talked much about Kang. Like he was in Loki, and we haven't seen anything about him since. So
So
this is a big one.
you saying them doing it this way is getting you ready. This is the last because the Wakanda Forever is the last movie of this phase. So you saying that trailer in front of the last movie is getting you ready for phase 5?
Yeah, yeah.
I can see that. That
Got a
makes
got a bit of I think because we already know like Black Panther. So that's going to be an event, but you're not seeing it just as a Phase 4 movie. You're seeing it
Right.
as an event. So they have to build the excitement moving forward with the phases. So I think this is what helps with it.
I wonder if Black Panther is gonna be kind of like that equivalent of a of the of an Avengers movie.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Like of an
I
Avengers
think.
movie for them, but I don't
Yeah,
know. Because as we talked about before, they didn't have an Avenger movie in this phase. They're not gonna have one in phase 5. We're not
yeah,
gonna see our first Avenger movie, next, or should I say the next Avenger movie until phase 6. So
yeah.
I'm like, yo,
Yes.
maybe this is gonna be their equivalent, it being the last movie and everything, because we already heard about the runtime, and we heard a producer for the movie compared to The Godfather, which I don't think we need to go that far, but plus it's his movie, so why would he talk?
Right.
We're supposed to say like, oh no, I don't think it's gonna be all that good. It's gonna probably be trash.
Yeah.
He's not gonna say that. Of course, he's supposed to say like, "Oh man, that's the best thing I ever worked on in my life," because you want people
Exactly.
to believe in, it so they can go out there and see it, whatever. So,
Exactly.
but no, I agree, man. Anything else you want to add on that subject, bro?
Nah, just looking forward to it, seeing how they release it's going to be. I think it's just going to show the importance of it. If it is a TV spot or YouTube, it's just things as normal. If it does drop only in the theater first, like on it'll be what Thursday through Friday, maybe Saturday, before it ends up hitting YouTube. Then it shows the importance of it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Turn the page to something that's not Marvel related. Of course, you guys probably heard there was a Spawn movie, a reboot that was supposed to be developed through Bloomhouse. Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, was him to direct it. Yeah, that's a that's a subject for another day. We can talk about it here in a minute. But so for the longest, there was like a back and forth between him and the studio on the direction of the movie. How they wanted it to be directed. What they wanted in the movie, all that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
now, like I said, it's been quiet for a while. A lot of people thought that maybe it wasn't going to happen. So rumors have now popped. I mean, sorry, news has now popped up, and it's got things revved up again with the whole Spawn project. So the writer for the new Captain America: New World Order and the Joker movie are both pinned to write the script for the new Spawn movie, helmed by Bloomhouse. So also, Jamie Foxx is still attached to the project to play Al Simmons. Um, let me get your opinion on this whole thing, man. For one, do you think this movie is going to happen? Do you think it's going to happen? And two, with the news of the Captain America New World Order writer attached and the Joker attached, how you feeling about that, man? How does it make you feel about this movie if it does happen?
Looks like it's a lot happening, but it also seems like they're putting forth a ton of effort to ensure that when it does happen, that it happens properly.
Right.
You do want good writers on it. So for uh, the creator to take a or for the creator to take a step back and McFarlane from a director spot to just whatever he's going to be doing or
Do we
working on
know? Do
the
we
writer spot.
know if he took a spot back direct? A step back because you know how McFarlane can
Yeah,
get, bro. He
yeah. Well, yeah, that's also true. So it'll be interesting. So I think at this moment, yes, it will be happening because they're putting so much effort into it to ensure that it happens with the writers, with the two writers. And I think the writers that they chose are some good ones. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think the amount of effort that they're putting towards it is we need to make sure that this happens. So this is throwing bringing the kitchen fridge and throwing it as well, making sure putting everything towards it at this point, having them on it. What
right.
you think?
Man, that's a lot I take from the story. For
Yeah.
one, if you're telling me that they are helming this with, so the writer of Joker is good. We already know his track record. I think he was up for Oscar for his work on the Joker. I mean,
Yeah.
the movie did win. Wait, no, I think did the movie win best movie that year? I can't remember, but I know Joaquin
Uh,
Phoenix won best actor that year.
Yeah,
Um,
he killed it.
but the one thing I could take away from this is the writer from the New World Order. If he is kind of tasked to write this thing,
Yeah.
that should give people some encouragement, man. Some confidence that the New World Order movie is going to be pretty good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, I know the director has to do his job, but as far as the writing in the script, that means that it should be good if they trust this guy to also do this movie.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Two, I'm I'm still on the fence about if it's gonna get made. The reason why I say this because Todd McFarlane has a chokehold on this project right now.
Yeah.
He wants to be so bad. He wants to have his hand in everything in this project. He wants everything his way.
Yeah.
If anybody knows how Bloomhouse works, they can they keep their budgets very low, and they're very
Yeah.
successful with it. Matter of fact, I
Yeah.
just saw a movie today, and Halloween ends, and it's going to be successful. The whole entire
Yeah.
Halloween, the three movies under Bloomhouse for Halloween are very successful. Why? Because it cost $2.15 to make those movies.
Yeah.
They keep their budget really low.
Yeah.
And Tommy Farley kind of wants the budget to be like one of these Avenger budgets. And that's not how Bloomhouse works.
Nah.
Um, then on top of that, like you've never directed anything before. You know what I'm saying? And for you to be a first time director on a project like this, that you want these guys to invest their money in to make it,
Nah.
that's not gonna
It's
work,
a
bro.
bad recipe.
It's a bad recipe. Can I have exhibit show y'all guys exhibit A, the spirit? When Frank Miller
Yeah.
thought he can go in there and direct that, and the spirit was trash.
Yeah.
Like this is what that's gonna turn out to be if Todd McFarlane doesn't step back and
Their job.
let them guys run the project, get a capable director, which is why I think it's taking this project longer than it's taken. I really feel like the people who are investing in this movie want a more capable director. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you're gonna
Yeah.
invest movement money into this, man, we need this thing to be a profit. We don't need to lose any money. Um,
Exactly.
and you know what I'm saying? That's why I said like I it's giving hope that they can get this thing going, but I'm not gonna put no money on it if it's gonna come out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Ty McFarlane can be that hindrance or whatever. Talented
Yeah.
guy, like his toys and all that stuff, his art, the whole Spawn thing, man. Yeah, he's matter of fact, they got a new comic storyline coming out with Spawn and Batman again. So shout out to Ty McFarlane on that. Like
Yeah.
stick to that. That's your role right there. But as far as you being a director of a live action movie, I understand you don't want the same issues you had back in the '90s with that Spawn,
Yeah.
but you're not a director. You putting things on a comic book panel is completely different from you actually directing a live action film. It's
Yeah.
completely different. It's two different mediums, nowhere close to each other.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that this happens, but I hope it is not Todd McFarlane directing. I hope
Yeah.
Bloomhouse says, "Look, if you want this movie to get made, let us pick the director. You can
Yeah.
put your input on the script and all that stuff. That's cool. But as far as a director, you let us pick the director, and then we can get this thing going. Because, like I said, you
Yeah.
still got Jamie Foxx attached or whatever. He's talked about it before.
Yeah.
There was a him. He talked to some people. Actually, it was I think it was during that Day Shift movie he had on Netflix when he did the little press tour on that. Somebody asked him about the Spawn movie, and he said, yeah, they kind of have an idea of what they want to do with the character and all that stuff. So he's obviously still on board with the movie.
Yeah.
I think Bloomhouse wants to get this right because they feel that they could have a franchise on their hands with Spawn.
Yeah.
And like I
Yeah.
said, Bloomhouse is a pretty good studio, man. And
Yeah.
if
You're
they
right.
tell you, hey, we might need to take this out, or you might need to do this or do that or whatever, you might need to listen because, like I said,
Yeah.
Tom McFarlane gonna be very hard headed. And but no, I want everything I want to do to stay in. It's like that's not how you be successful in making movies, man. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, what you think about that, man? You got anything else you want
Nah.
to add?
Nah. You're correct. With Bloomhouse, yeah, they keep their budget, they keep it tight, and they run a tight ship with it. So I hope McFarlane falls in line and allow them to do their thing. So we would hopefully be able to have that Spawn franchise we've been wanting since the original one dropped back in the 90s.
Like if they can do the Spawn movie like they did I don't know if you saw the Spawn animated series on HBO.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I watched that again on HBO Max like 2 months ago. I think it was. I rewatched the whole series. Pretty good show. I wish they kind of kept that going, but Tommy McFarlane had kind of like some issues with that or whatever. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I just hope that they can get everything resolved. I hope Tommy McFarlane can set his pride aside, step back, and let
Yeah.
these people who are known for making movies and all that stuff like
Yeah.
trust Bloomhouse. They got a good track record. Let them do their thing, man, and everybody's gonna profit from it. And if
Yeah.
it's successful, you'll be the first one to get the credit.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, my little 2 cents on that. You got anything else, man? You want to add, man, before we wrap it up?
Nah, that was the main points I want to talk about. That's yeah. Had to make sure we had time for it. Like, yo, there's a lot of news dropping. We
Yeah.
gotta get this thing in.
Um. Of course, you guys know. So Black Adam is dropping next week. We're gonna try to find some way to get in a spoiler review on that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready to talk about that. Uh, I said Black Adam or Black Panther.
You said Black Adam.
Oh, okay, I thought I said Black Panther. I was about to say because Black Panther comes out in less than a month, and I'm ready for that. We already got our tickets and stuff, so we
Yeah, man.
definitely gonna do a spoiler review on that. So it's gonna be our two upcoming spoiler reviews. Nothing really else coming out major. Listen, if y'all have not seen Hollywood Halloween ends. I finally
Yeah.
get it out. If y'all have not seen Halloween Halloween ends, go see it. They did a pretty good job, man, kind of resurrecting that franchise, man, because everything after the first Halloween was like, yeah, nah, yeah.
It's a slow, like a
It felt
slow
like it was one
death.
of those like straight to DVD type movies and stuff, man. After that, so
Yeah.
this was a proper, sequel to that first Halloween. So yeah, it's pretty good. I need to go see it, man. Me and my wife saw it today. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, cuz we can probably wrap this up. Listen, guys, if you're new to the channel, if you enjoy a geek conversation like we just had here, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed yourself today, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. That like button will definitely go a long way to help us build this channel up and build up our
Yes.
algorithm so more people can check us out. And yeah, we will be back here soon, guys. We don't know when. We'll let you guys. Y'all just go ahead and follow us and you'll know. You'll hit that notification bell. You'll definitely know when we drop a new video.
Yeah.
With all that being said, guys, it is the Ninja Turtle one himself. It is your boy Ralph.
It's your boy Will.
And we will catch you guys again. Stay geeked.